Hi Chewies, and welcome back to part number 2 of how to paint in Space Ork. Where we last left off, we have blocked out all the main colors and gave him a wash with Devlin mud. And now we start to highlight this miniature. So for this we will start with the skin. So this is an real old orc boy. It's a knob. And for this instance, we try to give him a more leathery kind of orcish skin. So for that purpose, we start with a 50-50 mix of Katachan green and dark angel green. The dark angel green gives a nice dark greenish color, and the Katachan green, or Katachan green, how you want to pronounce it, gives the mixture, I have right here, a very nice tone for an orc knob. So, and then we will simply start to apply this color, and we will leave the recesses between the muscles in the dark green color. So, just like that. Here. And this stroke here, always hitting the top parts. So it's very easy. Always paint only with the tip of the brush, so you have a much better control over the paint job. And that's really what it is. So I will stop at the arm now. I will show you now how I paint the face. Well, we have a lot of detail there. For that instance, we take a small brush. This one here. It's an Colibri 0. It's much smaller than the other brush I would normally use. But for this kind of detail work, it's much handier. And simply paint in the top parts of the skin. And leave the recesses dark, as you can see there. For example here, the lip, the upper part, you paint in a brighter color, and here the chin, but leave the this stroke here in the shadow in the dark areas. So I think that gives you now a nice indication of how to paint the rest of the skin, and I will go ahead and do this now. We'll see us in a second. So Chewies, now the first layer of the skin is done, and now we will go on with the highlight. For this we take another drop of Katachan green into the mixture, another drop of water to get a better flow. So then, as usual, wash out the brush properly. Wipe it off on a paper towel, and then we start painting again. So now our goal is to highlight it even more. For this purpose, you see now, here's a dark area. Here is the point where we want a nice color transition. For this instance, we leave a little bit of the previous color behind, so that the eye itself creates a color transition. So, and we are now hitting only the upper parts. So for example, underneath we don't hit now, because the light is coming, we imagine the light is coming directly from above, and here the skin wouldn't be so bright. So it's very easy, just like that. You don't have to fear the highlights. So now I will go ahead with the face as before. I take the different brush. Just tiny little strokes on the top parts. And it is done. So I will finish up the rest of the skin and I'll be back in a sec. Now we go on for the final highlights with pure Cottage Green. And as before, simply highlight the area. So in this tutorial I'll show you a very decent way of painting orc skin, but there are several other ways. You can start with dark angel green and highlight with goblin green, or you could start with orchid shade and then highlight with yellow to get a very yellowish kind of orc skin. Or you could take orchid shade and highlight with scorpion green, or also with goblin green, or rotting flesh is another example for highlighting. Or you could take bleach bone as highlight, or deneb stone. It doesn't really matter. You could also highlight with white. That will provide you a much brighter version of an orc skin. So, but I think this is now a very decent highlighted orc, and well, for me this is okay. You can leave some comments down below what kind of color scheme you prefer for an orc. If this is here now a heretic style orc that you would never paint, or if you like it and use it, or tell me your versions. Something along that line. I absolutely like comments, every kind of comment. Even the troll comments I like so much that you will go to the banned land immediately. To Goodbye City. So, I think for this part of the tutorial this is enough. We painted now the skin. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and we will see us in the next part. See you, your Alexandra.